This next segment is called Celebrity Whoopsies.
Okay.
So in this segment, we're gonna talk about the best tabloid stories from the past, John, because everybody loves a juicy, gossipy tabloid story. Everybody.
Okay.
Anybody who says they don't, they're damn liars.
Yeah, I think it has to be the celebrity, especially when it has to
Especially
be the one you like.
So we're gonna talk about a certain celebrity I think we both like.
Who's that?
We're gonna continue the same trend we were talking about. We're gonna talk about JFK.
Oh my God.
JFK, but we're gonna switch gears a little bit. We're not gonna talk about assassination anymore.
I'm gonna guess you're talking about. Go ahead.
What is the biggest tabloid story that was attached to John Fitzgerald Kennedy? John.
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe, yes sir. And John, tell me, what is the one searing image, or maybe searing images, that burns into your head when you think of John F. Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe's supposed affair?
I think that his brother was also with her, but I don't know what you're asking me, but yeah.
No, like what when you think Marilyn Monroe and JFK.
Oh, the Happy Birthday song.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember that
Yeah.
little number?
It is a little bit weird because he is the president.
On this occasion of your birthday.
Let me play it a little bit. Marilyn Monroe singing "Happy Birthday" to JFK on his birthday.
Woo.
Probably should have had a cue. Sorry.
Yeah. She's doing a great job right now.
She's killing it right now.
Yeah, I know.
Happy birthday to you.
Is there a video too?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
You seen the video?
No, I'm thinking.
Happy birthday to you.
Jackie's like, she was one of the tramps too. No, actually, it's funny because that didn't happen yet. So my joke makes no sense.
So, John, you give me a little bit of context of that night. So, on May 19th, 1962, at a fundraiser, and it was actually his birthday. It was an early birthday.
I think Marilyn Monroe did it.
You think she did it? She was the fourth tramp,
Yeah.
the fourth unseen
It was Marilyn
tramp.
Monroe and that guy that sells the stuff in Dealey Plaza.
Yeah.
They were together. And
Yeah, they conspired. They conspired. Right?
Oh, man. Let's get that theory going.
There you go. So, at an early birthday celebration in 1962 at a fundraiser for John F. Kennedy, Marilyn Monroe shimmied. I like how they use this word, shimmied. It was actually at Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
She took off her fur coat and revealed this skin-tight, rhinestone-encrusted gown, and she sang "Happy Birthday" in the famous video of anybody who's seen it. Really famous video of Marilyn Monroe singing "Happy Birthday" to John F. Kennedy.
Yeah. That'd be like Obama getting like a lap dance from Cardi B.
So from that, it started these rumors that maybe there's something going on with our young president, our young married president, and one of the biggest stars, if not the biggest stars in Hollywood at the time, Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah. I heard she was quite popular in the day. I've never seen one of her movies, ever.
You never seen any one of her movies?
Not one. Nothing. But I'm not, I just don't watch like super old stuff sometimes. I know you do. You're weird.
She was a good actress.
No, she probably was. It's hard to tell though, just like because I feel like it's so long ago.
So there was a lot of rumors on when and if this occurred and when it occurred, their supposed relationship.
I couldn't give you any like specifics. I don't know. I mean, I don't think anybody can give you. What do you got?
Okay, so they have a little bit of a timeline here.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently in April 1957, 3 years before.
Hey, you wouldn't be crazy if a sex tape just leaked.
this old timey like.
This was like the
This-
weird
and you know what'd be even crazier if Abraham Zapruder was the one who filmed it.
dude.
He's just been there the whole time, right? Just following Kennedy, making sure he documents every famous portion of his life.
It probably would be like, yeah, it's not gonna be like the Kardashian tape, but it would be it'd be weird. The Paris Hilton tape, and then like the JFK. I was I watched all three today.
So in April 1957, the whole 3 years before Kennedy was elected a president, he was senator of Massachusetts at the time. Both Marilyn Monroe and Kennedy reportedly attended the Paris Ball at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. It was called the April in Paris Ball at the
I have heard of that. Yeah.
Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York City. But apparently they did not meet, but they were both there. They were both there. Monroe was with her then husband, Arthur Miller, the playwright. And Kennedy, of course, was there with his wife, Jacqueline Onassis. So
I just like to call her Jackie.
Jackie. So 4 years later, 1961, the actress and newly elected president of the United States were rumored to both have been at a dinner party hosted at the Santa Monica home of actor Peter Lawford. Do you know who Peter Lawford is?
No.
He was one of the Rat Pack members.
Oh, okay. So I've probably seen him in like every picture of the Rat Pack.
Yeah, he was the unknown one. Lawford's wife, JFK's sister Patricia Kennedy Lawford, so he was part of the family, happened to be a close friend of Monroe's.
Okay.
However, while JFK did attend a luncheon at Lawford's on the day in question, it cannot be confirmed that Monroe was also in attendance, but that was a rumor.
Okay.
So the most plausible night for an affair would have been March 24th, 1962, according to this. Multiple historians agree.
According to this thing I just wrote.
Right. Both Monroe and Kennedy are thought to have been at Bing Crosby. Do you know who Bing Crosby is?
I thought he was in prison for raping 100 women.
No, Bing Crosby was an old... we used to call him crooners, John. Do you know what a crooner is?
No, it sounds racist.
There's these... that's what you call a man who can like sing a tune with like deep... You know, they call them crooners, John. They don't have them around anymore because
like Sinatra.
Yeah, yeah.
I still hear people who can do it though.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's rare though.
Yeah. So Bing Crosby was one of those old time. He used to sing.
I bet you could do it. The guy that announces like the boxing announcer.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Yeah, he should just like do karaoke on the side just for.
But you think he can sing? I don't think just because.
I bet you if he just stuck to like Sinatra.
You think so?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Like people who have that kind of voice.
Yeah, I guess. So.
And let's just talk about that for a while.
So March 24th, 1962, at Bing Crosby's party in Palm Springs, California. According to Marilyn Monroe's biographer Donald Spottle, he quotes Marilyn's close friend and masseur. What's a masseur? Somebody who massages people, I imagine.
It has to be because I think I've seen that word like on building, like on offices. Masseur. It has to be, right?
I don't know. So Marilyn's masseur, Ralph Roberts, who claims that while on the phone with Monroe that weekend, he heard what sounded like Kennedy's voice. Monroe had called to ask for professional massage advice. So I guess that answers our question.
It's like, we're going to spend an hour. Why don't we just Google it?
So she had asked professional massage advice, and coincidentally, Kennedy was famously... he was somebody who famously had a bad back.
Yeah, like me.
And so...
That's not that famous.
So Monroe asked for professional massage advice, and Kennedy apparently even took the phone to talk to Roberts himself. So this is a quote. This is a quote from Roberts. Marilyn told me that this night in March was the only time of her affair with JFK. A great many people thought after that weekend there was more to it. But Marilyn gave me the impression that it was not a major event for either of them. It happened once, and that weekend, and that was that.
Right.
Actress Susan Strasberg, daughter of Lee Strasberg. Do you know who Lee Strasberg is?
No.
He's a famous acting coach. In fact, a lot of actors have gone through the Strasberg School of Acting and uses methods. He was a... So
is he still doing it full time?
No, he's not doing it full time. So actress Susan Strasberg, who's the daughter of Lee Strasberg, and she was a close friend of Monroe, corroborated this story in her unblemished memoir. she's quoted, "It was okay to sleep with a charismatic president, and Marilyn loved the secrecy and the drama of it. But Kennedy was not the kind of man she wanted to spend her life with, and she made that very clear."
Well, he was also married.
So some people think if they were indeed together at that party at Bing Crosby's house, it's possible that Kennedy asked Monroe to sing at his birthday that very night.
Okay.
So at the time of the celebration, Monroe was filming Something's Gotta Give. So if you've never seen a Monroe film, that's one you can see. And had been struggling with sinusitis.
It's called syphilis. Say it right.
And her dependency on barbiturates, both of which delayed the movie schedule.
Oh, I know what those are. I'm just kidding.
So that's a little bit about that famous night. There's a lot of rumors about her affair. There's another rumor you had brought up earlier about her possibly having an affair with JFK's brother, Robert Kennedy, or Bobby Kennedy.
Damn it, Bobby.
Bobby Kennedy.
Yeah.
What have you heard about that?
There's not enough to go on, but I mean, you hear what you hear, you read what you read. You don't know what's. Nothing's really credible. I mean, you might be able to tell me something. I didn't look into it that much.
But you're the one who brought it up.
No, because it's like something that I think I even saw something on Netflix. It was like a weird conspiracy show where but they don't get into it that long. That's my problem with it. I go, you guys aren't. If you're gonna get into conspiracy, you gotta like dig into it. If you're gonna make it like a show on television,
exactly right.
Like you can't just like do like 15 minutes on like JFK. I'm like, there's too much to do, and they try to do something like that. I don't know the name of the show. Anyway, they say that it's almost like people are like thinking that him and his brother conspired to have her killed, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I mean, she might have just been like kind of fucked up.
Maybe.
Which, I mean, not like kind of thing like a lot of people.
Yeah.
She might have just.
So you know what's crazy? Other than that night, that's the only time in public those two were ever seen together at his birthday celebration. It's funny. This is a funny quote. Apparently, journalist Dorothy Kilgallen, she described it as, quote, making love to the president in the direct view of 40 million Americans, unquote.
I don't think she knows what making love means.
Apparently, to her, that's the definition of making love.
Because then a lot of people in my family have sung me happy birthday, and I don't like to word it like that.
Hey, remember that Dave Chappelle routine about Marilyn Monroe singing happy birthday to
I've seen every Chappelle, but I don't remember.
And he has this funny like quote about like how she's super obvious, and he's like it's hard to recreate. It's a lot funnier to hear.
This is like, it's like, bitch, you trying to get me killed? Or something like that. I can't remember what he says.
Yeah.
Something Chappelle-ish.
So it's crazy. Remember, like you mentioned, Marilyn Monroe was found dead in her Brentwood home from a drug overdose, and 15 months later, Kennedy was dead. So they died. 15 months
there used
apart.
to be. I don't even know why. Like you always have like a messed up like cousin or uncle that just like shows you weird stuff. Not like weird, but it's like you're probably too young to see it. And my cousin like got me on this site, and it was like nothing but like dead celebrity photos. And I just remember it was like just being like, this is like before you could stream video, but it was like really like slow and like shitty. Yeah. So I'm just like on like this website where I'm looking at
before it was like you would see it on TV sometimes.
I'm like, because I always thought I'd go. My dad had like a giant Marilyn Monroe like thing, like
your dad's Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, I think you've seen it. Yeah. And then I get to see her like I'm like, oh, this is horrible.
By the way, she was like gorgeous.
Oh, she was really sexy.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, so like that's how I thought of her until I got on that fucked up website. I'm like, she don't look too good here. How did they find her right away?
Apparently.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember the specifics.
She was by herself, right?
She was by herself. Yeah, you're right.
That sounds like, dude, she still looks hot. No, I didn't say that. I was a kid. I was like freaked out. Because my cousin was just taking me. He's like, and you should see the next one. I'm like, okay.
So another aspect of that night was that dress, very famous dress. So apparently it was bought. For how much it cost back in 1962? $12,000 to buy that dress. And it sold.
Let me guess.
For a record in 2016. Guess how much it was sold for?
Well, since it was probably used, it probably sold for like 11,000.
You think 11,000? It went down a little bit.
Actually, it was probably like $700. It was used. It was somebody died in it. You're not gonna pay more than like $500-600, maybe $7 tops.
How much do you think it sold for?
I told you, like. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, 12 from 12.
From 12,000.
And
In
what year?
1962. It was bought before the event for $12,000.
Back then, so money was.
How much do you think it was in 2006?
So like a dollar was like $100. Okay, let me think.
2016 it was auctioned off.
All right, let me guess.
For how much, John?
$250,000. $500,000. He's giving me a higher sign with his thumb. $2 million. Shit. Okay. $10 million. Just tell me. It's lower now.
$4.8 million. It was.
That's just something you buy when
it was bought
when you run out of shit to buy.
So it was bought. It was bought by the museum chain Ripley's, believe it or not.
I heard Nicolas Cage has bought it.
And and they asked the Ripley's vice president, Edward Meyer, his rationale for spending so much money, and this was his answer. We believe this is the most iconic piece of pop culture that there is.
Might be.
And it might be.
I mean,
what else can you display that represents so much in pop culture?
Because now you're confusing. Now I'm like blurring the lines between history and pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could say like, oh, Jackie Kennedy's dress, and that's like in a weird vault somewhere. I think.
Yeah, but that's not pop culture.
Yeah, no, it'd be like something Michael Jackson. I don't know. Like I have no idea.
Maybe Michael Jackson's glove, but the thing is,
okay, he's not dead yet, guys. But maybe like Jack Nicholson's had like the same pair of sunglasses
but
for like forever.
But it's in one event. So like Marilyn Monroe, that dress is tied to one event.
You're right.
Like what other piece of clothing or item is tied to one event that's that huge? Like think about how many millions of people have watched that clip.
Who's the guy from The Phantom?
From The Phantom?
Billy Zane.
Yeah.
I think whatever he's wearing, if he happens to pass away one day,
Titanic?
Billy Zane from Titanic. It's gonna go for like easy $500 million, easy. Yeah, I think so. I think Billy Zane.
It's tuxedo from the night the Titanic went down.
Yeah, because he was on the Titanic.
Possibly.
So whatever he was wearing when he died on the Titanic would go for like $500 million. And I think I'm low. I think I'm low balling it.
Yeah, I think you're underselling it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm low balling.